So this is number 2 in my reading of the Daily Telegraph Saturday morning paper. If you want to know why the format is as it is, look at volume 1. I explain all in there. Right, and this is the splash headline. You are openly Jewish. And that is quite an incendiary start, isn't it? Scotland Yard under fire after man is threatened with arrest for walking near pro-Palestinian protesters. I don't think the Telegraph is being quite fair here. Metropolitan Police officer threatened to arrest an openly Jewish man. He didn't threaten to arrest. He said, we'd have to arrest you to stop a riot happening, more or less for his own safety. I'm not saying this is a correct situation, by the way. I'll get on to that in a minute. So this man wearing a skull cap was walking through London. There was a pro-Palestinian a demonstration going on, and this policeman said, I want you out of the way because it could cause trouble. And he said there wasn't enough of them to contain the crowd that might pile on to this Jewish fellow here. So if you remember, a few weeks ago, the same thing happened in Edinburgh. And a policeman there asked a Jewish man who was wearing a Star of David on a chain round his neck to hide the Star of David, because he said there are only 3 of us and we can't contain the crowd. And a lot of people criticised that policeman. I didn't, because I could see what he was saying was reasonable for the policeman. And this one too, for the policeman. The question I am asking is, given that there's a crowd of such potential nastiness that they won't let a Jew walk past them without the possibility of them murdering him or seriously injuring him, then why are they allowed to demonstrate in the first place? That's the question. Why does the Edinburgh Council do that, and why is London allowing this when they know there's an element? Now, there are people who are perfectly peaceful and reasonable, but there is an element in there. And I'm brought back to the thought of that Charlottesville demonstration where Donald Trump pointed out that there were some people who were just there because they didn't want a statue taken down. They had a thing about statues, not monuments, not being taken down. But there was an element there of the far right, and that caused the trouble, and there was national outrage about it. Now, why isn't there national outrage about this? Enough virulent anti-Semites in that crowd to make it unsafe for a perfectly peaceful man who happens to be Jewish to walk through the streets of London. It's not the police. They have to deal with the shit that the local authorities are piling on them. I am, as you know, not that much of a defender of the police, but in this case, it's not their fault. Okay, volume 1. Till the next one. You can help my channel by clicking like, by subscribing, by clicking the notification bell, and by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels are in the description, also links to donation sites, but really the best way you can help me is simply by clicking like. Thank you.